They summoned a human to pursue their most formidable beast. He accepted the challenge. Meanwhile, the Zalathian council chamber fell into a hush as Ambassador Vexar's claws clicked anxiously against the obsidian table. The imposing reptilian diplomat had encountered numerous species throughout the galaxy, yet humans remained a mystery that both intrigued and frightened him. "Captain Thompson," Vexar commenced, his voice imbued with a sense of urgent hope. "We have exhausted all alternatives. Our finest hunters have proven inadequate. Our most sophisticated weaponry has been rendered ineffective. The Shadow Stalker has taken 17 settlements in just the last lunar cycle." Captain Marcus Thompson reclined comfortably in his chair, a stark contrast to the rigid stances of the 12-foot-tall Zathians surrounding him. His weathered visage bore the marks of innumerable conflicts across the galaxy. However, his blue eyes radiated an unexpected warmth that unsettled the alien council members. "Please describe this creature to me," Marcus inquired, leaning forward with sincere curiosity rather than the bloodthirst they anticipated from a human warrior. High Counselor Zexra's crimson scales quivered with unease. "It is the embodiment of death. An 8-foot-tall human, composed entirely of muscle and equipped with razor-sharp claws capable of slicing through our most resilient armor. Its hide repels energy weapons, and it possesses an intelligence that approaches the supernatural. It hunts not for subsistence, but for sport. And you expect me to eliminate it? The reputation of the Terran Federation precedes you?" Vexar responded. "Humans are the sole species recognized for hunting apex predators for leisure. Your people have domesticated creatures that could annihilate entire civilizations. We are prepared to offer you 1,000,000 credits along with our everlasting gratitude." Marcus nodded in contemplation. "I will need to examine the creature first. Present to me all the information you possess." The holographic display emerged above the table, revealing grainy footage of a magnificent beast. The Shadow Stalker glided with elegant fluidity through the extraterrestrial forest. Its fur, as black as midnight, absorbed light like an abyss. Bioluminescent stripes pulsed rhythmically along its spine in captivating designs, while its 6 eyes radiated an eerie intelligence. What captivated Marcus the most was not the creature's intimidating appearance, but rather its behavior. In every recorded instance, the beast displayed intricate problem-solving abilities, a clear curiosity about its surroundings, and an unmistakable sense of playfulness when it was not defending itself against hunters. "Has anyone attempted to communicate with it?" Marcus inquired. The council members exchanged perplexed looks. Zexra's neck frill expanded in confusion. "Communicate, human? This is a monster, not a being capable of rational thought." "Every intelligent species once claimed the same about humans," Marcus responded with a faint smile. 3 days later, Marcus found himself alone in the whispering woods of Zela Prime, armed not with weapons, but with universal translators, portable shelter, and a variety of provisions that the Zelians could only describe as peculiar human supplies. The Shadow Stalker discovered him on the second night. Marcus sat serenely by his campfire as the enormous predator emerged from the shadows. Its 6 eyes locked onto him with a predatory intensity. The creature's muscles coiled, poised to attack. Yet, something caused it to hesitate. The human exhibited no fear, made no hostile gestures, and most intriguingly, had laid out what seemed to be an offering of food. "Hello there, beautiful," Marcus spoke gently, his voice resonating through the universal translator in harmonious tones the creature had never encountered. "I mean you no harm." The Shadow Stalker circled the campsite, its bioluminescent stripes flickering in a manner that Marcus interpreted as confusion rather than hostility. The beast had anticipated another hunter, Another challenge, another battle to the death. Instead, it discovered something extraordinary: acceptance. Marcus gradually reached into his backpack and pulled out a piece of synthesized protein, tossing it gently towards the creature. The shadow stalker cautiously sniffed the offering before consuming it with unexpected delicacy. Its stripes transformed into a warmer, more rhythmic pattern. "You are not a monster, are you?" Marcus continued, maintaining eye contact without any challenge. "You are merely lonely. Probably the last of your species, reacting defensively because everyone who encounters you only wishes to harm you." As if comprehending his words, the creature's posture changed. The predatory tension dissipated, replaced by what could only be described as vulnerability. It approached the fire slowly, settling at a respectful distance, yet close enough to share its warmth. Over the subsequent weeks, Marcus established a routine with the creature he had begun to call Luna, inspired by the way her stripes resembled moonbeams. He discovered that she was indeed highly intelligent, capable of complex problem-solving, and even primitive communication through her bioluminescent patterns. More importantly, he learned that her attacks on settlements had been defensive reactions to hunting parties, rather than unprovoked aggression. The Zalathian Council was astonished when Marcus returned to their capital city with Luna walking calmly beside him. The massive predator wore a simple collar embedded with a universal translator, enabling her thoughts to be expressed in words. "The Shadow Stalker is dead," Marcus announced to the gathered council, his hand resting on Luna's head as she sat beside him like an enormous exotic pet. "What stands before you now is Luna, the last Umbrella Prime. She has agreed to refrain from attacking your settlements in exchange for protected territory in the northern wilderness." Vexar's jaw dropped in astonishment. "You managed to tame it?" "I did not tame anything," Marcus clarified. "I made a friend. Luna was never your adversary. She was merely trying to defend her home from what she viewed as intruders. Once we initiated communication, reaching a consensus was straightforward." Luna's voice, now translated, resonated through the chamber, deep and melodious. "The small human speaks the truth. This one seeks only peace and understanding. The tall, caled ones may live without fear if they honor the ancient boundaries." The council erupted into hushed discussions, their reptilian features revealing emotions that ranged from astonishment to shame. They had spent decades attempting to eradicate what was likely the most intelligent native species on their planet. "So, regarding that 1,000,000 credits," Marcus remarked with a smile, "I believe Luna and I have earned it. She has shown interest in exploring the galaxy, and I could use a travel companion who can lift a hover tank." Luna's stripes glowed in what Marcus had come to understand as her version of laughter. "This one approves of the small human's wit. Adventures among the star paths sound quite agreeable." As the unlikely duo prepared to leave Zalathia Prime, news of the human who chose to adopt rather than conquer spread throughout the galaxy. Once again, humanity had achieved the impossible. Not through overwhelming firepower or cutting-edge technology, but through the simple yet radical act of choosing compassion over conflict. The Shadow Stalker was indeed vanquished. In its stead walked Luna, ambassador of her kind and living proof that the most perilous creatures often became the most loyal companions, if one was courageous enough to attempt to understand them first. Ultimately, the Zellians discovered that sometimes the most human response was not to combat the monster, but to invite it for a conversation.